Okay, hello. Welcome to Movie Review, an offshoot of the Anything Bowl. My name's Miguel, his name's Brendan. This is our first time without Matt. Things are going to go off the rails pretty quickly.
I'm Brendan.
Did I call you Matt?
No, you called me Brendan, but like I didn't get the intro or anything, so I just
No, that's the point.
So. Oh, okay.
See, every intro, first, you need to back up a little bit so we can be more in frame. You got to move towards the, no. Every intro is a little different, okay? So, the main episode, we intro and I say, hey, welcome to the Anything Bowl. My name's blah, and then you introduce yourself.
Yes.
In SnackTime, it's hi, it's offshoot of the Anything Bowl, SnackTime, where we talk about one single topic. My name's Miguel, and then you introduce yourself. To make things different, for movie reviews, what I do is I introduce yourself for you, just because it's a little different.
Thank you.
That's Brendan. So today we're, movie review. We're talking Rise of the Beasts, Transformers. Matt is off with his buddies. You gotta watch. The tier list comes up on Wednesday. You gotta watch that one to know why Matt's off with his buddies. We're not gonna get into it again. But Brendan and I went to go see Transformers together, and it was fun.
It was good.
Spoiler alert: we thought it was very good. I think we both put it in A tier. Oh no, you put it in B because the humans.
Yeah, the humans were dog.
The humans. So let's go start to finish, right? So you have the opening. The guinea pigs are talking. You have the opening,
and then Pete Davidson shows up,
and
the movie just starts going.
It does.
It's really distracting for the first 20 minutes of Pete Davidson talking. You're like, why is Pete Davidson a robot?
No.
And then by the end of it, I'm like, don't die on me, man.
I think they did it perfectly. After the little chase scene and he transforms and they just have a dialogue, it's done perfect. He's just like talking, he's scaring the shit out of him, and then he's like, come on, man. Knock this.
But like the personality is Pete Davidson.
It is.
Which is the problem why it's distracting. But
Which
then
is
once
so
it
weird.
starts to get like, yeah, I had no idea he was in this movie.
Neither did I.
We're intermission while Miguel catches a fly.
Yeah, there's a couple flies flying around. They like the light, so they, big screens and then the ring light. It's
okay. Yes.
So Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
Yes.
We're back. He did very well for something like this, and which is really funny because I see other things that he's in, like Staten Island, where he did actually act pretty well, but I still don't think of him like that.
No.
So the moment I saw him, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be that kind of movie. Is it good?
No, it's just.
Hi.
No, see, that's too much. Listen, man, everything is a learning curve. Matt and I had it down pretty good, and now there's a third variable. Things get very confusing.
I have a very weird thing with technology where everything I touch fucking breaks.
Yes, it does. So Pete Davidson.
Yes.
I thought it was great.
It was good.
Pete Davidson's funny. I like that they didn't just go, oh, look, Bumblebee again. Because in the first 5, you're like, oh, Bumblebee's his best friend.
Yeah.
This is Sam's buddy. And then all of a sudden, he's Mark Wahlberg's buddy. Who the fuck knew? Then you get to Bumblebee.
He's got a
It's
buddy.
in the name. And then you get to this one, and they're like, oh, no, Bumblebee's here. And he dies. Spoiler alert. So he's like
nobody's buddy.
He's like this big emotional point in the movie, but they're not like, oh, let's just fucking pair him up with Bumblebee again. It worked the first 3 times.
Can we just talk about how everybody else who dies and they're just like, well, I guess they're dead, but for some reason Bumblebee, like, grab that corpse. He's coming with us.
Bring the
Where are we
corpse
going?
with us.
South America? Yeah, grab the corpse.
Well, no, they do that in the second one. It is weird, right? In the second one, they're like, oh, wait, we have a way we can bring him back. So then they pick
But they
up
didn't know
Optimus's
that. They
corpse.
just brought him along.
Exactly.
They were like, what are we going to do? Well, I'm not going to leave him here, so
I can't just
put him
leave
in the back of the old guy.
We could just... Put him in the back of the old guy. Okay.
Why is it the old guy is always a gigantic fucking plane?
Why is it that they're always like, oh, there's so little of us left? And then every time you turn around, they're like, wait, here's this Transformer who's been hiding perfectly. He's this giant, old, smoky, slow
How do they age? What is the age of which a Transformer falls
old?
apart and smokes and flaps and gets rusty? If they can be whatever they want, does he just not care? He's just like, this is me, it's fine. Or is that part of his cover? But then, like, why does he act like...
Is he born that way? Is he born old?
And that was a Scottish one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know any of the names. Sorry to people who
I
actually
have
know
no
what
idea.
this is.
Not a single clue. Bumblebee? RC? RC is voiced by a Vine person? Liz something? Hold on.
Can we just talk about the fact that she had a person on her? And that was part of her transformation? That there was just a person on the bike, so it wasn't just a bike driving around, and when she transforms, the person just disappears, which means, like, that
Nope. Hold on, I'll find her.
It just...
The person disappears.
It was the creepiest thing, because it's just like, I'm driving a bike, and then it just unfolds into a transformer, and you're like, well, if... I know that's not a real person, but,
Dude,
like, if
you know
someone
that
was
thought-
riding her, like, you would have... Stop it. Stop it. There would be nowhere for... You'd be dead. You'd be ground up into bits.
You'd be ground up into bits. There she is. Liza Koshy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Transformers Rise of the Beast. Boo, a Medea Halloween.
We don't talk about that.
No, we don't. So, you know what we didn't touch on in the tier list that we recorded before this, but it goes up after this?
Yeah.
Optimus and his dick-sucking lips.
Can you please pull a picture up for the class of what you mean by his dick-sucking lips?
By the class, do you mean for you?
I wasn't looking at his dick-sucking lips. I was watching the movie. Were they tantalizing? Did they catch your eye?
That's just so no disrespect, right? That was Matt. Okay, Matt is the one that said it first, and then I've just held on to it. Optimus in this movie is actually like modeled after Peter Cullen.
Yes. Where's the porn stash?
Plus Prime. Images. Toys.
You're never gonna find it.
Toys.
There's a very distinct lack of lips that look like they could do some sucking.
Look, they're right here.
What are you doing? Wow.
There is in the other ones.
What is with the nose?
I don't know.
It is so large from the front, it looks like he doesn't have one.
No, like
Where's the nose?
OG
There's the
Optimus.
nose.
That's
He's
scary.
still got those lips on him, though.
You sure?
That's a fucking meaty lips.
So anyway, I have to say, while we're talking about Optimus's design, you haven't seen Bumblebee, but Optimus's design in Bumblebee is perfect.
He's in Bumblebee. Well, that's very cartoony.
It's very perfect. That's the whole beginning of Bumblebee, where they're just like,
So why'd they change him again for this?
to sell toys.
On one hand, I'm annoyed by that. On the other hand, that is literally what they were created for.
Exactly. That is their entire purpose. If they have to look a little different.
Was not the one I needed.
See, but look, this one looks good. That doesn't.
No.
That's ugly.
Oh, yeah.
You ever
You
seen
know
what the
why?
original one looks like?
No.
Funko Pop.
Not sponsored.
Where is it? Where's the original? There it is.
What the? Oh, before they committed to like changing the design and everything, we're like, no, this is what Funko looks like. Just go with it.
It's bad. It's not good.
Wow.
Optimus. Wait. Optimus.
What about the smooth one?
That's the one that I have. Gen 1 Optimus.
Oh.
You know there's an NFT Optimus
Please stop.
made by Funko?
No.
There, more lips.
So it gets lost. I actually don't like the Maximals were designed flawlessly.
Yes, they were.
My one question is, once again, because I don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
Where does the fur come from?
I don't know. There he is. He looks just like Optimus.
That ain't metal.
He has
so
the
did
shield.
He kill a gorilla and then just stick it on himself?
It's probably-
I'm monkey.
It's probably some kind of metal. Does he look like Ron Perlman? No, he's got
Nope.
the mask on.
He did not. You
Monkey.
could not see. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Where he had the face. That's the toy I saw too. He's got the face, but he doesn't have the body. You never see him do that. And if he's doing it,
It's for a split second.
is he holding a hockey stick? What is?
No, it's his sword. Monkey.
Who's that? Amazon? You someone talk to your marketing.
I remember this was the first teaser. It was just during like a random football game. And they were like, look, it's Optimus.
I remember that. That was really weird. He did not look like that at all.
No, he did not. I did see this.
Okay.
So anyway, the movie.
Monkey.
Now that we're done splooging over Optimus Primal. Design's really cool. Wish he showed up a bit more.
Yes.
The only downside I have to this movie, surprisingly, like if you want to give it a 1 to 10, I'd give it a 7. It would be a 9 if you take out most of the human stuff.
Yes.
If you take out about 5 Brooklyns and
Did you know they're from Brooklyn?
I had no idea.
If you gave them a little bit more, because like I feel like the amount, like we mentioned it in the tier list and everything, where We talk a lot of shit about the humans.
Yes.
I don't think that they're bad characters. They just did nothing.
They really weren't given a lot. I mean,
Except for
Anthony Ramos, who
became the floating head.
Yes, he
became
did.
MODOK at the end. Yeah.
Yes, better than MODOK.
No, MODOK was a dick. He was great.
He was in the Heights, and then he was in Hamilton, and then he's done a handful of other things. But I know him from those two things, so I think it's very funny that he's like made this. All of the people from Hamilton are making a really weird transition into actual movies, which is nice.
Now he's just in G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that's the other thing we didn't talk about, that post-credits scene. There's been a tease. I wasn't expecting it fucking whatsoever.
I don't care. It offers nothing to me.
It's I get it, right? Transformers, G.I. Joe, they were a big thing at the same time. There's been this talk of the two of them crossing over for like 10 years, like since the live action stuff started.
So when are the Thundercats showing up?
I'm just like, and mind you, this is also, you didn't grow up with them, and I've never looked into them more than the cartoons. Why the fuck do we need them to cross over?
Toys.
Right.
And marketing and crossovers equals more toys.
They just did a Snake Eyes movie like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
Yeah.
You gonna do another one?
I mean, Channing Tatum's back, so.
That first one was good. Okay, with Snake Eyes fighting.
I didn't see any of them. I had no desire.
The first one was good. I enjoyed the first one.
Okay, so
The Rock was there. Jock the Cock Blankson. John the Bach Fonson. Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
That guy. Stop watching Love Guru.
It's a great movie.
It is. But this movie.
Okay. 1 to 10.
7.5.
Okay. So we're about on the same page.
Yes.
Fuck, do I have to do Matt's outro?
Are we cutting it off already? You don't got more to say?
Well, no. What movie reviews, the goal is for it to be about 15 minutes, right? Because what happened is initially it was the pod would be an hour to an hour and a half.
Okay.
SnackTime was supposed to be the 15-20 minute thing.
Okay.
But now it's turned into between tier lists and reviews and whatever. It's gone from sometimes 20 minutes, most of the time almost 45 minutes.
Okay.
So I figure movie reviews is the thing that needs to be under 20 minutes regardless.
Okay, so just real quick then.
Go ahead.
Would absolutely love to see a sequel from these. Did not
100%.
really care about Transformers before this because the other movies were just dying
They were
out
not
and whatever. I didn't see Bumblebee, so I didn't really get back onto that.
You totally
but
should.
This kind of got me excited for them again, so I would like to see another one.
I would like another one.
Yeah.
I think if we're going to get one, first of all, in terms of box office, we could say it's made 170 international at the time of recording, which could be a little more, a little less by the time the actual numbers come out, which I think is like, it's not, the problem is there's also like Transformers fatigue, because now we're like 15 years into these, and this is like the 7th one. So it's not as much as like your Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction when they were at their peak in the first trilogy, but it's not nearly as low as like Bumblebee was or The Last Night because it was bad.
Yeah.
It looks promising. Worldwide box office, it looks like it'll pass Bumblebee. It looks like it'll pass The Last Night. The budget is $200 million, which is too fucking much money. You usually want to double that just for
That's not
marketing
even
and things.
Yeah.
Well, you want to assume they spend about the exact same on marketing.
And you don't really get DVD sales anymore, so that's it.
No, I mean, certain things can have a life on streaming, but they need
what
to
do you
make
make
it
from that?
not
Like,
a
is
lot.
it even worth it?
Bare minimum.
Yeah.
But it's you need to, for this movie to break even, you want to assume it needs to make 400 million. Catch it? No. It needs to make at least 400 million. I think it could, but the problem is where they fucking put it. After Spider-Man, I didn't think it was going to beat Spider-Man, to be honest with you. I thought this was going to be the last one because people are still so fucking obsessed with that movie.
Yeah.
Which I get, but we don't like it that much. Or as much, rather. And then up next is The Flash, which is a complete toss-up. People say it's really good, but like Ezra Miller, that whole shit going on.
I saw something the other day that got me really nervous about it.
About what?
Michael Keaton with a beard and long hair looks like Shazam. Like the guy who gave him like Shazam,
the wizard.
the original Shazam in the movie. He looks like that, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, are we getting Hermit Batman? So
Oh my god.
that's the only thing about it, but everything else looks really good.
Have you ever heard of our friend Anything Bowl? We're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Did I say YouTube? We have a YouTube.
Do we?
We do have a YouTube.
What is it?
You want to hear something funny?
What?
We actually had like at the start of the year we had 6 channels. I told you about this. We went and got a drink, and we've condensed all of them.
That's a good move.
Yeah, it is. Too much, too fast.
Yes.
We'll talk about it more in the main episode. Let me tell you what you missed last week. That's the wrong screen. Let's see. Today is Monday. We're doing the review. You missed episode 57, Wildfires, the Spider-Verse, and WWDC reactions. We had a lot of fun. We talked about the wildfires that were making the world have the Breaking Bad filter.
Yes.
Before that, we talked about the Ultimate Spider-Man movie tier list. You know, tier list, movies, Spider-Man. We did them. Go ahead and look at it. And lastly, before that, we did do last week's movie review with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. People are angry at our opinions. Brendan, his first post on the Instagram is now the most liked and most viewed post we've had.
Yes.
A lot of people being really mean to him. A lot of people coming to his aid. Perfectly fine. Coming up this week, folks, we've got episode 58 where we're going to talk about, it's like a soft launch. I like to name each section of the Anything Bowl now. Mm-hmm. When we came back, it was Anything Bowl 2.0 a year ago. 3.0 launched in January. So I don't think we're going to like name it publicly, but this to me is like 4.0 has begun. And I put it that way. So episode 58, we're going to talk about Brendan's back. Like permanently.
How's it going?
All right. What'd you think? The first episode of just us?
Fine. It's pretty much the same for me because we're sitting in the same room and Matt's somewhere else, so it's a little weird.
Yeah.
But hopefully soon I'll be in my own room as well, so...
And then we can all feel the same vibes.
Yeah.
It'll be very interesting. Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.